Now, this mission here is the sole reason why I say you need to keep Ansatsu and the Horn Imp alive. There are other monsters that can do this, but you have to be very accurate on your timing and not waste any real amount of time. So yeah, the Spirit of the Millennium Ring does what he needs to do, and again, don't really know how you were able to resist Scott's influence and do what you want, but hey, I won't argue too much with that. It's a good way to show a familiar anime villain, I guess. So, here's what happens. We'll let the text boxes explain. He is going to burn down the area where we started this whole adventure, which will be an instant lose condition. And this will apparently break the will of all the resistance. So, as soon as you get into this mission, find whoever has Ansatsu and just immediately send them over there. And then get the Horn Imp and do this. Now, believe it or not, there is actually a reasonable explanation as to why this happens. You have a few seconds, and then Bakura's just going to start booking it. But we should have more than enough time to get here. Kuribo, you're going at a weird angle there, buddy. Actually, I guess he's fine. I guess it's on 30? 30 on the clock, right? Yeah, 30 on the clock, they start moving. Also, notice how he said all forces advance, but 2 of them went to attack our main base. It doesn't really matter, because Bakura would get to Jakud before any of them get to your base. So that's just kind of a weird... kind of the thing where, like, you have to consciously go out of your way to fight them, which I am doing just for the sake of getting something extra. Okay, now, there is actually a perfectly logical explanation for why this happens here, and why you have 2 specific monsters that can resolve this. Now, as I mentioned before, you're just kind of supposed to notice that Horn Imp and Ansatsu move faster than all the others, and the game doesn't outright tell you. Well, if you lose, it plays a special cutscene where Fizdiz becomes sad because apparently their parents were in there, and like so many other people that they loved over the years, and you're fighting Bakura. Ansatsu is the point monster in Bakura's opening team, Horn Imp is the point monster in Fizdiz's opening team. So that's how the game just expects you to know you should use them. And there are other monsters that can do this, okay? If I would have sent Yugi there literally right off the bat, Kuribo can get there, you just have to like immediate mash A and you'll have enough time. And if you're wondering, attacking the monsters in the overworld won't really change their pattern either, though. You're just kind of stuck doing what they need you to do. You know, they'll keep making their beeline path. I don't know, I assume that Launcher Spider we saw, he's not gonna attack Yugi's team even if we take this base, is he? Because even if you tried to attack Bakura in the overworld first, like, he would still be beelining for Jakud. I think that's how you pronounce it. Maybe I'm only pronouncing it that way because of Star Wars, because, you know, Star Wars is that ingrained in our culture. I don't know, Flame Swordsman with a lightsaber could probably do some real damage. Launcher Spider, you gonna attack, buddy? He does not. There's no recruitable monsters here. The game is not gonna waste your time with that. Okay, so we were able to catch him. We got, what, maybe 5 to 10 seconds advance? I actually didn't really think this through too great, because now Fizdiz is in points. Whatever, we can survive an attack. Beaver Warrior's still got the swords, we still got healing items, and he has no such thing, so we can actually blitz his monsters. It's so weird to me, like, has every boss of this little mind control arc not had any healing items? That's so strange. They introduced this as early as, like, the 3rd mission in the... Okay. Here we go. That's your first example of paralysis. So, Beaver Warrior now cannot attack until the paralysis just arbitrarily wears off. And obviously, you'll have the ability to do this with some monsters and some magic spells as well. That's why it's kind of overpowered. Pretty sure Pumpkin can also poison opponents. So, you know, there's that as well. Also, I don't really get the monster layout here, because Bakura hasn't used these. I guess that they didn't want to add Dark Necrofear, because that's kind of... It would actually be kind of creepy to see Dark Necrofear in a 3D environment with, like, everything going on in that card, plus the censoring required. I don't know, I think they were just kind of lazy and didn't want to use the monsters Bakura actually had in the anime. Or maybe it was going off the manga, because, like, I thought that was actually going to break the guard. I'm surprised it didn't. Is Beaver Warrior gone now? Might be. Ooh, that's bad. Well, sorry, Beaver. Rip. Oh my goodness, I just realized I forgot to take the Skeleton Knight out of the party. Okay, it doesn't matter. It wasn't in combat. I'll just do it at the beginning of the next chapter. We're fine. Oh, I'm an idiot. I pressed X by accident. Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever. Just send Fizz out and we'll be fine. Yeah. Even though you have the 5-second cooldown, or I have the 5-second cooldown, you're still pushed back. And actually, the cooldown didn't even work in this case because I was exiting a base. I always forget about that discrepancy. Losing Beaver Warrior is a small loss just because of the items that were equipped, but, like, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm pretty sure in the next mission coming up, we have a good opportunity to get more offensive items as well. Oh my goodness. You are mental. How many criticals was that? Okay. We're alive, we're alive, we're alive. For now. And knock on wood. You're guarding. Good. Good. Thank you. I needed that. Okay. I'm breaking your guard just out of spite. I'll be petty. You're a pain in my behind. Probably have Gazelle wait, just in case they get another lucky attack. So, I think that paralysis has been like 100% effective so far. I wasn't really paying attention if one of the uses of it missed, but that had to have been at least like 75% effective then. So, pretty strong, honestly. And his monsters are... What level are his monsters at? Only level 32, so if Snakehair learns that at level 32, and you can recruit your own, you can see how this pretty quickly becomes kind of overpowered. I mean, we were actually struggling quite a bit in this fight. We just kind of got lucky with the way the AI was going. But we win, you lose, deal with it. And I'm not too worried about the monsters we lost, because we're about to get a replacement. That's all you gotta do, the mission's over. And now he says that just because he did this, the Imperial forces now know where Yugi is. Which I don't fully understand because the next mission does not take place on this island. And now all of a sudden Esperova shows up. Why? I don't know exactly. Says he got here after all of us. How did that work, and why did they go out of their way just to recruit Esperova? And why didn't you help during that fight? That might have been necessary if they were gonna blitz this entire base. Ah, whatever.